Cryptids and Cold Ones. I am John.
Hey, wait up right quick. How tight is that shit? What?
And I'm Evan.
And I'm Kyle.
And it's a brand new year. This is the first episode of the brand new year.
First one.
Oh, yeah.
2-3 days in.
What do they say on the Reddit? First.
And today, Evan is going to take us down a little trip into, I don't remember what you're doing, to be honest.
It's okay.
It's a monster-y thing.
Well,
I
we'll
forgot.
talk about it in a minute.
I forgot.
Let's talk about the things.
But first, housekeeping.
Housekeeping.
You want me to fluff your pillow?
We are on all of the socials, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We are also on heavensonfeetfinder.com.
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp. There used to be a chat app where people would just go into chat rooms. Not AOL. I don't remember.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't remember. There was just a bunch of dirty people on it.
Omegle.
Yeah.
Wasn't that?
It's still around.
Is it?
Oh.
But I would also like to point out
Oh.
Bigfoot's here.
Heck yeah.
Thanks to Creepy EPs.
Creepy EPs.
They sent me my very own Bigfoot koozie. And this thing is fucking awesome.
It is. It is really high quality from what I could tell.
It's got posable arms. So you can make them do random things like this.
The Roman salute. Oh, man.
It's got a Bigfoot is a hard bottom.
Is that the logo? Creepy EP's logo on the bottom?
Yes,
Oh,
it
cool.
is.
Nice.
Right there.
Heck
Creepy
yeah.
EPs.
It's got a lanyard for putting it around your neck so you don't lose your drink.
I like it.
I dig it. It's awesome.
Where can we find Etsy again? And they're on TikTok.
Etsy, TikTok. I believe they're on Facebook and Instagram as well.
Yeah,
Nice.
that stuff's cool.
But yeah, I dig it. It's fucking awesome.
Hells yeah. Send
So-
me one, Creepy EPs. I feel left out.
I think kids could wear them too and put like their Welch's grape juice in there and
Absolutely.
run around and look wholesome.
Absolutely.
Fun for the whole family.
So, shout out Hollow Skies here right now.
Hey, how's
Hey,
guys?
what's up, guys?
Sad dudes. So yeah, I think we get into the good stuff.
Yeah, let's do it.
I drank a beer. I drank another beer. 3 beers. 4 beers.
Oh, no.
5 beers. 6 beers. 7 beers. 8 beers. 9 beers.
I'm getting the raspberry for sure.
This shit's good as hell.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not putting my mouth on that. No, not after you hear my voice. I could smell it.
You can smell
Yeah,
it.
you can smell the raspberry.
I don't want your nastiness, but
Yeah, I don't. You know, we got more.
I don't want to just like have a little sip and then.
we are drinking Mother Smucker from Grand Army Brewery
It's a raspberry.
out of Grand
ale.
Haven, Michigan.
And again, another one picked out by my son.
A banger.
It is fantastic.
Solid choice, young man.
That's a Wilford Brimley.
He's going places.
What? Yeah, he is. He's only had
He's
the 4
got a lot of
outlets, but
places.
Maybe it'll be jail someday. We don't know.
I think it'd be a federal jail. He's that kind.
Yeah, he's a white collar crime.
Yeah.
With his current fascinations,
Yeah.
maybe a white collar jail, or maybe Leavenworth. Who knows?
you never know.
Well, I mean, look how his dad dresses.
Yeah.
Hey, I stay on the right side of the law.
What do you mean, right?
Oh.
Anyway.
So this is, as you said, it's Mother Schmucker Raspberry Ale from Grand Armory Brewery. And it is 5% alcohol. It's a raspberry blonde like Mom's Toast and Jam. Yeah.
Oh, make you want to kick a fat kid at Kmart. You know what I'm saying? Praise God, baby.
Praise God.
Praise God, baby.
I have a strong liking to this. I'm going to give it a 4.6 feet. No, 4.75 feet. It's almost a 5.
I think I would concur with that. I don't like handing out straight fives.
Yeah, I don't either.
Is it really, really sweet?
No.
That's
No,
good.
it's
That's good.
like a blonde ale, and you get this raspberry flavor.
Oh, cool.
It's like real raspberries. Like, they're not particularly sweet.
Yeah.
So.
The only raspberry beer I've ever had was the Rubaeus by Founders, and that was good.
I think this is better than Rubaeus.
I would agree.
Rubaeus it's almost too faint of a flavor for me.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Where this has just the right amount of prevalence of the flavor to it.
This is a
Big
sit
words.
down
Oh,
and
yeah,
get a
I get you.
DUI beer.
Oh.
Because you just keep drinking them.
It's definitely, it's not one of those ones where it's too sweet and you can, feel it in your teeth.
Oh, God.
No, not one of those. This is a drinking beer. So,
Yep.
so we'll go with 4.75.
I
like it.
Nice.
I like it.
High five.
I like it.
So, we ready to start the show, guys?
Yeah, I'm also ready for you to move your microphone a little bit closer to your mouth.
Really?
Thank you
Like
very
that
much.
close?
There you go.
Okay. Yeah, that last.
I want you
episode,
to
it sounded-
to pretend like you're at a Swedish bathhouse.
Oh man.
Do it slow.
Oh my.
Do it
And
slow.
there's
I need this.
You gentlemen.
odd holes cut in the walls.
His shit's going to be fogged up right.
Gentlemen. I need to get into my show before you guys keep talking. So tonight we're gonna.
Welcome to hell, motherfucker!
I don't know why I voluntarily spend time with you people.
It feels like we haven't been here to record an episode in forever.
Well, yeah.
It feels like it hasn't been since last year.
I know. I like what you did.
Yeah.
So tonight we're gonna be hitting something up that's kind of an outlier in the Bigfoot world. We're heading to Arkansas, Bill Clinton's home state, and where the Clinton body count started. But aside from that, it's also known for having my favorite restaurant, Waffle House. So I guess we can excuse all the people who are connected to the Clintons dying under strange circumstances. Well, we're talking about the Fouke Monster today, though.
The what?
Wow.
The Fouke Monster.
How do you spell that?
Fouke, which is
That's all I heard when you said that.
Ah.
Sorry. You
so
didn't take away my soundboard, right?
No.
I
I'm
know.
already getting carried away.
So it's basically a 7 to 10 foot bipedal ape-like creature with 3 toes, dark hair, glowing red eyes, and a foul odor, which spawned a 1973 horror movie called The Legend of Boggy Creek. So, for our listeners who have been around for a while, you'll remember how I stated a couple episodes ago that southern Bigfoot is more aggressive. Well, the Fouke incident is a solid example of this. So, let's set the scene, gentlemen. It's May of 1971 in Fouke, Arkansas. Fouke is a very small community, numbering around 500 people at the time. And looking at current info, the population demographics indicate that there's about 300 more people living there today than was at that time. The population is 99% white, with a median annual household income of roughly $24,000.
LMFAO. If we keep going down the path we will all be on that list.
What did I miss?
Oh, the text to speech wasn't working.
Oh,
Hollow Sky said you haven't made it until you're on the Clinton kill list.
oh yeah. So Fouke is located in Miller County, southern Arkansas, near the border with Texas. I basically picture the community as a whole is giving off a John Cougar Mellencamp small town vibe, but you take away the nostalgia, add some poverty, and a little bit of 70s era southern racism. So that's what I think Fouke is like. That's my version of Fouke, Arkansas. So Side note, they also have a K through 12 school system. Go Panthers. With roughly 800 residents, it's got to be a pretty small district. So let's get into a little bit about the Boggy Creek incident. For some reason, two couples and their small children decided to move there for no real reason and share a rental home on a property that butted up against Boggy Creek. This is 1971. The couple's names were Charles and Ann Turner and Don and Sue Ford. Now, before you guys make any comments about the couples being upside down pineapple people, Ann and Don were siblings. So I hope not. But it is the South and the 70s, so you never know. Anyway, onward to the story. Charles and Don had just gotten jobs at a nearby cattle farm in the obviously bustling economy of Fouke. The family shared a car, and Charles and Don often worked fairly late into the evening, leaving the women folk home with the children in their rental home, which notably had no phone. The families moved in on a Monday, and the problems began by Thursday. Someone, or something, was trying to break into the home while Charles and Don were at work. After Ann and Sue put the kids to bed, they started hearing heavy pacing steps on the front porch, outside of their windows. Scared that it might be an intruder, the women locked the door and wedged a chair under the knob for added protection. As they sat there watching the door, the knob began to turn as if someone was trying to get inside. The women sat there in silence, listening to the sounds, and eventually heard the heavy footsteps retreat towards the woodline. That ran along the creek behind their home. The two women bundled up their sleeping kiddos and ran off into the darkness to hitchhike to their landlord's home several miles down the road. They told their landlord about this situation, and like any true Southern gentleman, he grabbed a flashlight and a gun and headed out to address the issue, but found nothing unusual in his search of the area. The next day, Don's brother Bobby and his teenage cousin, you can't even fucking make up this name, Corky, decided to visit the couple's new home and do some fishing in the nearby creek.
What's Corky short for? Like, is
No
it Cornelius or is it like
That is a great question, and I have no clue.
Willard?
Maybe this person was actually named Corky.
Corcupine?
Corky.
Of course. I don't fucking know.
Oh,
Corky. Man. I remember. Do you guys remember that one show? Oh God, it was Corky Thatcher.
I don't know.
Life Goes On. It was a story of Corky Thatcher. He had. I can't say it. Just Life Goes On. Corky Thatcher. Look it up.
Okay.
I won't expand on it because it's not.
So, Bobby and Corky fished for a while, but had no luck while exploring the bank of the creek. And they found a trackway of giant three-toed footprints in the muds.
Welcome to the rice fields, motherfucker.
Perhaps that should have let them know that something was awry. That night, while Charles and Don were still at work, Bobby and Corky were trying to sleep in the living room.
I can't with that name.
I know.
That's a pet's name, dude.
I know. The sounds of
I love it when like dogs and cats have just like normal people names.
I got
like
Paul.
this is my dog Frank.
Yeah.
Wow, I named my cat Paul.
Yeah. Oh man. So they then heard the sound of heavy footsteps on the porch. Random thought. You guys know the guys work on a cattle farm, right? I said that earlier.
Yeah.
I feel like Charles and Don aren't working that late. I don't know what goes on in cattle farm operations, but I doubt you're working until the wee hours of the morning. So I feel like
Sorry, John Stan.
I feel like they're just out at the bar or something.
On a cattle farm?
No,
No, they're not working. They're just out at the bar, like after they got out of work.
Oh.
So, back to our boys, Bobby and Corky. They decide to wake up the ladies, and they're like,
This is a cow farm. You're gonna find cows outside.
they decide to wake up the ladies And they're like, hey, there's these heavy footsteps on the porch. So they again place the chair against the door to barricade it, and the knob again begins to turn. Thankfully, Charles and Don are making their way back from the bar at this point, and the sound of Dixie playing from the horn of their orange Dodge Challenger, and it seemingly scares the creature away. The guys get inside and are told what happened, and they immediately jump in the General Lee and head to their landlords to see if they will loan them guns and flashlights. It's about to get real. We're talking redneck SEAL Team 6 shit. Returning a short while later, there were no further signs of strange happenings taking place in their absence. Bobby, Ann, and Corky sat down on the couch to discuss the weird shit that had just took place. But just as they let their guard down, a giant hand covered in hair burst through the window screen in an attempt to grab Bobby. The three men jumped into action. They grabbed the borrowed shotguns and flashlights, and they were like, tally ho, it's time to dirt nap some hairy monsters. Scanning the woodline, they identified a large hulking shadow in the distance, and Charles took our former president, Joe Biden's advice, and took that double-barrel shotgun out and fired 2 blasts at the menacing shape. Gotta do another one.
Oh, my bad.
2.
I'm sorry.
You didn't, yeah, thank you.
I remember that video too.
I know. But he was unsure if he hit anything. At that point, Bobby and Don hopped in the General Lee and took off to their landlords to phone the 5-0, while Charles stayed home with the gun to protect the women, young Corky, and the children.
Jesus.
Bobby and Don returned with the sheriff, who was unable to find any trace of the creature that attempted to break in on them. But he did find a panther and its cub living in the crawl space underneath the home.
It's a good place for him.
He was like, yeah, I found your intruder. But the family was like, hell no. That's just an alien black cat. No big deal.
I'm in danger.
And they're like, we're talking about this giant hairy 3-toed thing that has opposable thumbs and can turn doorknobs. So the sheriff's like, Don, I get it. That's pretty messed up. I can't really do anything about it, and I need to get back to my poker game or whatever. So here's another shotgun and a flashlight. Bring it back to me in the morning, and if you need anything tonight, I guess you can give me a call. So Kyle, from a police perspective, I have a question.
What?
Have you ever considered not addressing an issue that you were called to and instead just arming the person and piecing the fuck out? That's some real Southern police work right there.
No, everyone's soft as baby shit today. You can't do that.
I know, right? So, at that point, the family probably felt a little bit more secure. The sheriff pretty much deputized them at this point, armed them, and gave them a license to kill. So everyone decided to try and get some sleep. But Bobby, obviously having not learned anything about staying the hell away from the windows, is taking a leak in the bathroom when the screen burst off the housing. And Bobby is face to face with the creature trying to grab him while his pants are down.
Oh, what the hell?
Personally, I think it saw Bobby while he was fishing earlier and took a liking to him. Wanted to make him his girlfriend. But we'll get into that in a little bit. So Bobby runs down the hall screaming, and Charles and Don grab the boomsticks and hand Bobby the flashlights and head out into the night to confront that creature. However, when the party gets outside, they see the creature, and they unload their shotguns on the creature as it retreated towards the woodline, while the rest of the family is inside screaming in the window. So, I have a side story about unloading shotguns on things. So, have I ever told you guys my raccoon hunting story?
I don't think hunting raccoons should be legal.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
They're my spirit animal.
Well, yeah, you're a trash panda, I know. But let me just explain this real quick. The in-laws had a bit of a raccoon problem. Their bird feeders were getting destroyed constantly, and they had no clue what was doing it. So I set up a trail cam, and there was a picture with 12 raccoons in one image.
12?
12 raccoons
It's a
in one
goddamn party.
Yeah. I know. It was like something you see on AI. Well, anyway, after my father-in-law saw that image, he's like, you need to get over here and do something about it. So we set up a little hunting party. So we're sitting on their back porch. We have a floodlight set up that you can plug in, and it just lights up the entire backyard. And we're sitting there, and I eventually see something crawling up the tree. I'm like, hit the light. And my father-in-law's like, there's nothing. There's nothing in it. And I'm like, no, there's a raccoon on that tree. He hits the light, and sure as shit, there's a raccoon halfway up the tree. I tag it at about 15 yards, and it just keeps climbing up the tree. And mind you, I'm using a shotgun with number 5 shot on it, but it's turkey loads. So they're a little bit more powerful than your typical number 5 shot. So he's like, what do we do now? I was like, grab the flashlight. We can just shoot it out of the tree. So I get out there. And the reason I bring this up is after the first shot, my mother-in-law and my wife are now looking out the window as we walk up to this tree.
Would you look at this?
And as we get to almost directly below this raccoon, it falls out of the tree right in front of me, pops up, and I shot it at point blank range with a 12 gauge. And it pops up again, so I shoot it a second time. Both those times I jokingly say I was shooting this raccoon in self-defense. And it's still twitching on the ground, and my father-in-law's like, what are you going to do? It's not dying. So I took out my Glock 17 and popped it with a 9. So it took 3 12-gauge rounds of turkey loads and a 9mm. What? What was that?
Poor John. Are you done with was that the end of the story?
Yeah.
Because I have a story as well.
Okay.
About the time that he caught a possum and called me and says, what do I do with this thing? And I said, well, it's illegal to transport them to a new area and release them. What I always do is tie a rope around the handle of the live trap and throw it in water and drown them. And he said, I can't do that. That's mean. So we went out to the end of, was it Cotter Road?
I think so, yeah.
Went to the end of Cotter, and he's like, goes to open, he goes, well, what happens if it like comes back at us? And I was like, I don't think it's going to, dude. It's like terrified.
Yeah.
And so he's sitting on the tailgate of my truck, and I'm opening the live trap while he's got his Glock.
Oh my God.
Fixed on it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, if anyone were to just pull up right now, this would be ridiculous.
Yeah.
And so I open up the live trap, and obviously the possum doesn't want to come out.
Right.
So I'm like kicking it, and still don't come out. So then I had to shake it out, and it just scurried away. But he was so terrified of this possum.
Well, I had a situation with a possum once. So, yeah. Anyway, sorry. That was a real long tangent from me. But the whole point was they're watching from the window, and it made me think of my mother-in-law and my wife watching from the window. I'm talking to my wife later, and she's like, it was like the movies. That thing was so close, you shot it, and it flew back.
Jesus.
So, anyway, Bobby yells to everyone that he saw the creature fall, obviously because they had just unloaded their shotguns on it, and the 3 men begin to celebrate. However, curiosity drives them to investigate the creature closer. Charles and Don both do a tactical reload, and the 3 men head towards where they last saw the creature, presumably to find the body or track it. The men approach slowly, with Charles and Don having their guns ready, straining their eyes in the darkness, looking for the creature's body with the presumably shitty 70s-era flashlights. As they get closer...
We just talked about those in
Yeah,
one of the previous episodes, how horrible mag lights were.
Yeah, exactly. I don't even think these were probably mag lights.
No, they're like aluminum and metal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was probably...
Took that giant C battery.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as they get closer to where they expected the creature to be laying, Bobby screamed out in pain. The wounded creature apparently flanked them and decided to take off with his new boyfriend, Bobby.
Oh, that kills people.
It's real messed up. Bobby and the hairy sexual predator were violently thrashing about, and I'm assuming that is why Charles and Don were unable to get a shot off on it at close range. Anyway, Bobby eventually breaks free and runs off towards the house with Charles and Don close in tow. Bobby doesn't even bother to open the door and just crashes right through it, breaking it straight off the hinges, and promptly passes the fuck out. So now they have two problems. They have no door to keep the creature out, and I bet the landlord is going to be real happy about that broken door. They try to wake up Bobby, but nothing's happening, so Charles and Don decided to throw everyone back into General Lee and head to the sheriff's house. Upon arrival at the sheriff's house, the sheriff sees the state of Bobby and arranges for a police escort to the closest emergency room. When Bobby arrives, he is found to have bruises, lacerations, and be in a deep state of shock. However, it appears that Bobby recovered fairly quickly, and that is the narrative of events which would eventually be adapted into the 1973 movie, The Legend of Boggy Creek. That's a pretty messed up situation. Like, those are the events that the movie was based off of. That's not the movie. Like, that's what happened.
Jesus.
And a lot of it's documented in like police reports and stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, while the legend of Boggy Creek chronicled a singular incident, there wasn't just one sighting of the Fouke monster. There were a multitude of sightings that predated the movie and began in the early 1900s and continued on to contemporary times. Many after, and the most recent sightings date to 2024.
Wow.
According to FoukeMonster.net, the first published documentation of the monster dates to 1910, where an article in the Daily Arkansas Gazette mentions, I keep wanting to say Arkansas.
That's what
Arkansian.
that's actually how you pronounce it.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, the Daily Arkansas Gazette mentions a strange beast that was loose in the area near Spring Lake Park in Texarkana, which is roughly 20 miles away from Fouke. Fast forward to 1916, and there are reports of people seeing a large ape-like creature standing in the woods at dusk near Patman Lake. There continued to be sightings in the general area of Fouke, and then in 1941...
Bill Clinton origin story.
Two brothers were fishing in Boggy Creek and heard a strange noise and looked up to see a large, hairy ape-like creature make off with their stringer of fish. Then things started to pick up a bit more, and in 1943 a serviceman witnessed a, quote, wild man run across the road while he was driving a munitions truck through Fouke.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
But he did.
But yeah. There were a plethora of additional sightings in the area throughout the 40s. In 1955, a man saw a large, hairy, ape-like creature near his home on Boggy Creek and reportedly shot at it a total of 15 times. There were more sightings throughout the 50s, but nothing of particular note, and even more in the 60s. So, interestingly, if you compare the number of sightings in the area to the population growth, you will see as the population of Fouke grows, there are more and more sightings, which makes sense because people have to be in the area to see the monster. By the 70s, things really kicked off, and the stories of the Fouke monster hit the national media, sparking monster hunts. Rewards were put up for the monster, and the movie came out. So Little Fouke got a lot more busy. Hordes of monster hunters were rolling up in trucks with shotguns and rifles, trying to kill the monster and claim the reward. And there was an explosion of sightings, but no one ever claimed the reward. So I know we always talk about this when there is a creature. What would you guys choose to hunt the Fouke monster with?
338 Lipua.
Okay.
Well, being as it's Arkansas, But yeah, 338 Lapua.
Mhm.
That's like what, $20 a round?
Yeah.
I think it's more than that now.
Yeah. I would go full redneck.
I'll confirm with Google.
I'll go full redneck because it's Arkansas, and I'll do a 12 gauge shotgun with a 50 BMG cartridge in there.
Oh man, redneck 50 BMG.
Yeah.
You kill the monster
Possibly.
and injure yourself in the process. I like your
Cigars in a
style.
snappy blue dress.
You can.
I remember the local. Remember Eastland Lanes back in the day?
Yeah.
They actually, it was after the Bill Clinton Monica Lewinsky thing. They actually sold Lewinsky cigars.
Oh God.
They had them like advertised at the bowling
That's too funny.
bowling arena. I don't
You
know.
can get 100 rounds of 250 grain 338 for $309.
That's a little pricey.
So it's not going to run fire though.
No.
20 rounds of 250 grain Federal American Eagle 338 is $84.99.
So I think,
But I mean, it's coming out of that muzzle at 2,857 feet per second
I'm gonna go weird here.
with 4,588 foot-pounds of fucking energy.
Yeah.
That ain't going far.
That's
why I always go with 338.
I want to be.
They'll take anything out.
I want to be sporting here, so I want to use an MP7 with that weird 4.6 millimeter PDW cartridge that HK makes that no one can find anywhere. That's what I want. But it's full auto, so it goes seep.
Nope, I don't want to give it a sporting chance. It's like someone said, "Why'd you buy a deer rifle in 308?" Because I'm lazy and I don't want to have to walk.
So, by the 80s, 90s, 2000s, and 2010s, the hysteria had calmed down, and the monster was mainly seen by locals fishing or gigging for frogs along Boggy Creek, but sightings were still regularly coming in. Both Monster Quest and Small Town Monsters did a documentary on the folk monster, and combined with a picture taken by a hunter in 2023, it reignited interest in the creature, and a new generation of monster hunters began to appear in folk. A prominent folk researcher, which they didn't say a name, but I'm pretty sure it's Lyle Blackburn, because he's kind of known for his research on the folk monster, and we've actually met him. We met him at
That was the one that signed our books.
yeah,
right?
when we bought his books and he signed them.
Yep.
But that's like kind of his thing, and he lives in Texas, not too far from there. He had 2 sightings. He and 2 other people had a sighting the creature that was about 30 yards away in 2024, and then 4 hours later, a person that's completely unconnected to them saw a similarly described creature in the same area. The creature was described by all the witnesses as tall, dark, bipedal, and unhuman. So, here's something that I find interesting, though. Only in the 70s were they finding the 3-toed prints. And, by the way, you can even purchase a copy of the cast of the 3-toed print made by a farmer in the area by the name of Willie Smith on his bean field. He found it while he was farming on June 13th, 1971. So if you're interested in buying that cast, which I don't know why one would, you can buy it at bigfootcast.com. And it measures over 12 inches long and is roughly 5.5 inches wide. More contemporary prints.
The bigfootcast.com is not a real website.
No, really?
Yeah.
Because I've been to it.
I'm on it right now.
It should be. Did you say casts with an S at the
Nope,
end?
I didn't put an S at the end.
There you go.
There it is. I mean, let's be real. Let's be real. $60 ain't bad.
We should probably get a cast for the studio.
1967 new Bigfoot Patterson Patty number 2 track, $59.99 on sale.
I think I'm gonna buy a patty.
You
pack.
can also get death masks.
Interesting.
Let's see, David Bowie.
Oh,
I don't know why you'd want that.
that's odd.
Oh, these are awesome. The little silicone like they slip over your fingers. They look like Bigfoot feet.
Yeah.
It's $5.
Oh, okay. But I mean, I'd considered getting like a patty cast for like our.
Yeah, $60.
I'll buy that. I'll probably buy it later tonight. I'm gonna be real. $60. That's a bargain.
It's on
for
sale.
a cow.
It's on sale. Have 50% off.
Excellent. So, more contemporary prints from the area are your typical 5-toed prints that you would expect to see out of Bigfoot. So, what do you guys think about this incident and the more contemporary sightings? I mean, do you think that was Bigfoot? Do you think it was southern Bigfoot? Like I said, that's more, I guess.
The southern Bigfoot is always way more aggressive
Mm-hmm.
than the northern Bigfoot.
But this one seemed pretty tall.
Yeah.
Didn't it?
They
Yeah.
are shorter in the south
Yeah,
too.
that's
Yes.
what I thought.
Yeah, that's been a consistent thing. So it's odd.
And then 3 toes. Ugh.
Mhm.
That's weird.
No, I don't like that. 3 toes.
I don't know.
Ugh.
We'll have to order the cast and
Yuck.
Yeah.
we'll see what we think.
I have some speculation actually on this.
What
I
are you
would like to hear it.
speculifying?
I would say that it's definitely Bigfoot, and it uses waterways in the area such as Boggy Creek as like a travel corridor, so it can remain unseen in the like rural farmland,
Yeah.
and otherwise sticks to the woods. Now, regarding the creature in the 70s with the 3 toes, I'd have to guess it was a deformed or injured Bigfoot, and that made it more aggressive. And this would go along with what we know about other animals when they're injured or hurt. They take risks they otherwise wouldn't to
Yep.
get food because they're unable to do so from whatever their typical food source is.
Wendigo.
Wendigo.
Wendussy.
That's an interesting. I had
Yeah.
not considered that one. It does have the foul odor. So,
Yeah, but so does the skunk ape.
yeah, that's true too.
So do I after 2 days of lying in a pool of my own sweat from the flu.
So do I after drinking a 24-pack of Budweiser.
Budweiser. You'd never do that. You'd never drink Budweiser.
Do you know what the worst wake
Yeah,
up
I
in
would
the
never
morning
Not now.
like,
I would never do that.
alcohol sweats were? Was when I'd like kill a fifth of Bowmore, and
I
I'd
think
wake
El
up-
Mucho Wapo can attest to how many Sundays I showed up to drill, reeking of alcohol
That was so
And-
common
and having-
everywhere.
and having to take a PT test on a Sunday.
Oh
That
my
was so
God.
fucking common. Like John and I were in like we drilled in the same building, but we were in different units, and all soldiers and the reserves and National Guard are the same.
The beer garden was our go-to
Oh,
on
yeah.
Saturday nights,
Nice. Yeah,
and
so
I was famous for saying, "I'm just gonna go out for one,"
Oh yeah.
and then it'd be 1:00 in the morning, and I'd come stumbling home.
Oh god. Chow time was so good though.
Oh man.
God
Yeah.
dang it, Bobby, that boy just ain't right. Ooh.
So yeah, that's all I got for the show tonight, guys.
That's a weird one. I've never heard of that until
The
you
fun-
told me what you were saying. You were talking about tonight.
I never really.
I hadn't looked into it much either before.
I always thought, the Boggy Creek thing was just like used to make a movie and not really based on a real account.
Nope, it definitely is.
So
That's pretty wild, though. I mean, I took some liberties with the words, but like the story I just told you guys is like what happened.
yeah,
So
yeah. I don't know.
That's a funny story,
I
actually.
never actually looked into it. I always thought the Boggy Creek was just one of those things where, like, it was like the Spinal Tap of the cryptid world. It was just a mockumentary.
and poor Bobby there. That thing wanted I think that thing wanted to make it his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Corky.
Hey, Corky was unharmed.
I know. He was harmed enough with that name.
It was the emotional damage
Yeah.
that got him.
That's what got Corky.
Yeah, like that monster's like, whoa,
Oh, that boy just ain't
that
right.
boy ain't right. His name's Corky. I tell you what,
I'm about to bust.
I'm about to buzz.
Corky.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a messed up.
That's a
name.
cool. I like that story.
So, I
An
didn't-
unemployed succubus.
Oh, that's something.
That wanted Corky.
Yeah. That would be something. Well, I guess it's never too late to escape in the woods and steal someone to become your lover.
Good night.
Good night.
No, everyone's soft as baby shit today. You can't do that.
I know, right?